Welcome back, everyone. We're getting ready to head down into the dirt to check out all of these incredible machines. When you're done in the dirt, make sure to check out all 4 hubs. We got services, technology, attachments, and rental and used. I'm currently standing right here at the entrance, and I'm as excited as everybody else, so y'all can go see these machines up close and personal. Before I invite everyone down to join me, I do want to remind everyone that safety is a top priority at Caterpillar, so please take a look at the big screens. Please safely enter the dirt on the same stair platform closest to the building. Do not climb over the barriers. If anyone needs special assistance, please inform one of the security officers at the stairs. Appropriate footwear is required to access the arena. No heels, no open-toed shoes, and no sandals. When entering and exiting the machines, please use the intended access points, face the machine, and use 3 points of contact at all times. And remember, when entering and exiting the machines, no jumping is allowed. Your health is important too. There's hand sanitizer stations located in the stadium, and there is no alcohol allowed in the dirt. It's go time. Let's get this thing started. Y'all come on down and join us. While everybody's checking out in the dirt, we've got Mike Rowe and Caterpillar's marketing manager, Jess Nunley, for Mike Talks Trades. Excuse me, Mike. Jess, take it away.
Thank you, Rutledge. So we got a few more minutes with Mike, and I wanted us to have a frank conversation about skilled trades. So before we get into the great work that your organization is doing as well as Caterpillar, I thought you could peel the curtain back a little bit and tell us what started your interest in really supporting skilled trades.
Well, I was born into it. My grandfather, some of you guys might know, not by name. His name was Carl Noble, but he was an electrician by the time he was 30. He only went to 7th grade, but he was a master electrician, plumber, steam fitter, pipe fitter, welder. Built the house I was born in without a blueprint. He was just that guy, had the chip in the back of his head, and I was always amazed by his talent and his ability. And as a kid, I was sure that I would follow in his footsteps. It was positive. But the thing is, the handy gene is recessive, and so I mean, it just didn't come easily to me. All the things that he did automatically, I kind of struggled with. So I'm involved in the trades today because I had a front row seat to excellent tradesmen when I was a kid. And then as a tribute to my pop, I started a show called Dirty Jobs decades later when I was 42, 43 years old. And that show became a thing. And it launched a lot of other shows, many of which revolved around the trades and tried to honor work, the way we remember it. And so I just Forrest Gumped my way into the world, and had a grown-up seat at the table where people were talking about things like the skills gap and trade schools, and even some things like the cost of college, and
Yep.
Suddenly, because of Dirty Job success, I was invited to Congress to testify about this and that, and I started a foundation that tries to focus on opportunities that actually exist, as opposed to, and not that there's anything wrong with a liberal arts degree. I got one, it served me well. But today the opportunities in your industry are incredible. They're out there in the tens of thousands, and the chance for a kid to prosper as the result of learning a skill or mastering a trade, that's something I'm passionate about. I know you guys with your Think Big program have done
Absolutely
great things. So I'm here first and foremost as a fan and as an advocate. I do what I can. I try and stay in my lane. But I've got my own story, and I tell it a lot. And we've so far raised about $5 million for kids who want to pursue these jobs. Right now I'm giving away $1 million this month. We do it every year. And this is part of the reason I'm here, is to tell that story, make sure people know about it.
And that's through MicroWorks Foundation, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, MicroWorks started back in 2008 when Dirty Jobs was at its peak. We had, at the time, 2.3 million open positions in this country, many of which existed in your industry. Today, there are over 7 million. So clearly, I've made the problem worse. But but we're trying.
I wasn't going to point it out.
we were trying to continually shine a light on the opportunities that are real. Today, we've raised some money, and we're affirmatively trying to hook people up with that money who want to pursue those opportunities. It's not as easy as it sounds. Giving away money is a giant pain in the neck. And finding people who are serious about working is not easy. But obviously, I'm preaching to the choir here. The folks at CONEXPO get it.
So it looks like if you go to the website we just had up there, which was microworks.org.
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
And what is the deadline for your current scholarship?
This tranche ends at the end of the month, end of March. So go fill out the application, and I'll send you some money, and then go learn how to operate this kind of equipment. It is actually pretty simple when you put it on paper. But finding people who are genuinely passionate about mastering that skill and then going out into the world, I don't have to tell your dealers, I don't have to tell you. Most people here understand the single biggest impediment to the growth of their business is finding people who can really master the skill. Show up early, stay late. It's all basic stuff, but it's never been more in demand than right now.
Well, that's great. We've also linked to your website on cat.com/ConExpo. So hopefully we can really drive some traffic.
I hope so.
More interest.
Look, so much of it is just about the conversation, about putting it front and center. I think you're old enough to remember. I don't want to imply anything, but
okay.
We used to have this thing called shop class. Shop class used to be in every high school. And shop classes have been mostly removed, and we did that over a period of decades. But today, it's a lot of kids never even get a look at what work looks like. We've just removed all trace of it from high school, and that's a problem. That's why Think Big is so important. What you guys do there, through Caterpillar, you can get a 2-year degree by working in the field, right? I think it's a degree in applied sciences, but
that's correct.
It's been around 22 years, and you guys have set the bar really high. I don't know why other companies, I don't know why more companies don't follow that example, because it works.
And that's a fantastic program. It's a paid internship, and we've had over 9,000 graduates year today, and we'd like to see more.
Yeah, you've been doing it 22 years, so I give Cat huge credit for that. I've been at it for 12 years, and I'm a lot smaller. I'm micro, you're macro, right? You guys do it big, but still, we've helped about 1,000 people, and now we're to the point where they've gone out into the world, they've used these skills, and they've worked for 4 or 5 years. And they come back, and I get to tell their story. There was a kid sitting right where you were earlier today, Seamus, who went through the Think Big program. I didn't know this, but my foundation also helped him through my program. And now he's 23, and he's a full-on CAT technician. He's killing it, and he should be on a poster. We should be in the business of telling their stories. And the better we tell those tales, the faster the skills gap closes.
That's a great idea. So we've got your scholarship program.
Yep.
We have our Think Big program. That's a pretty good combination. The other thing I guess I'd like to point out beyond that is between all of our North American dealers, we have over 1,500 jobs available in North America. Open right now.
Yeah.
And if you go to dealertechjobs.caterpillar.com, dealertechjobs.caterpillar.com, 1,500 jobs are available now.
See, this is the thing that I think our country's a little divided, as you may have noticed.
I've heard.
A little bit. People have strong opinions about a great many things, but the divide that that worries me the most personally is this conversation about opportunity and the number of people who have been told and who truly believe that opportunity is dead. And I see it all over the place. But for the life of me, I don't know how people can conclude that when there are 7.3 million open jobs. Right now, in just your dealer group, there are 1,500. And so many of those jobs, with the right training and the right work ethic, we offer work ethic scholarships because the individual does matter, but those are paths to six-figure careers. And I meet people every single day who are prospering and thriving. They didn't get a 4-year degree. They didn't go 80 grand in the hole. What they did was they went to a trade school. They went through a program like yours, and they mastered a skill, and then they worked their butts off. And then they bought another van, another truck, and then they opened up a mechanical contracting business. And now they have 5, 6, 10 employees. Those stories, they just don't get told. But I guarantee you walk around this place, chat up a few of the people here, they know. They did it. They're them, you know, so.
And they love what they do.
Well, that's the other thing, man. I know so many successful people who have made a bunch of money who are just miserable, man. They're just not happy. And I'm not making a judgment call on it, but when you look around and you see these, grown men walking around in the dirt looking at big machines, these guys are. Yeah. They're in touch with their inner 8-year-old, but they're also running big businesses and they're building the infrastructure. Yeah. And they're shaping the world in front of us. You and I were sitting up here. We have a front row seat, and we're truly looking down at the people that I referred to in every single episode of Dirty Jobs. They always started the same way. My name's Mike Rowe, and this is my job. I explore the country, looking for people who aren't afraid to get dirty, hard-working men and women who do the kinds of jobs that make civilized life possible for the rest of us. Now get ready to get dirty. I said that 300 times, and this is it, Everybody here gets it. Everybody here is living that dream. And to the extent that your company and the people at this expo can become evangelical about it, tell the story. Skills Gap isn't going to close by magic. And it does, its existence isn't a mystery. It's a symptom of what we value. So we have to change, I think we have to change what we define as a good education, and we certainly have to define the prevailing definition of a good job, and just do a better job of telling the success stories in our own industries, and hopefully that'll help.
Sounds like a plan. Well, I'm committed to telling this story.
Well, good. I'm going to hold you to it.
All right. That sounds good. So what can we expect from you in the future? Any other plans?
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow.
Okay. Beside that, fast forward to next week.
There's a bunch of stuff. I'm working on a show now on Facebook called Returning the Favor, which has been downloaded like 400 million times, and it's a show about bloody do-gooders in little towns you can't find on a map. And we find these people doing good things, and we give them something to allow them to do more of it. The country's ready for a show like that, I think. So that's doing well. I got a podcast called The Way I Heard It. It's doing pretty well. There's rumors that Dirty Jobs will come back. That scares me to death. Probably happen. There's a show called Somebody's Got to Do It. I'm trying to write books. I'm trying to stay busy and out of trouble. But honestly, the thing I do now every day, the thing that touches everything, is the MicroWorks Foundation. And I never planned it to be that way, and I didn't set out to, wind up having these conversations. But I think the need is real, and I think there are just millions of kids who are getting really, really, really crappy advice regarding their future. And I don't want to preach to anybody, but look, we got $1.6 trillion in student loans currently on the books, and we've got all these open positions that don't require 4-year degrees. So, we're lending money we don't have to kids who can't pay it back to train them for jobs that don't exist anymore. That's crazy. And you're sitting right here telling me there are 1,500 great jobs open in your group right now, and millions of people in this country who have no idea. They just haven't thought about it.
Yeah.
So my future is to help them think about it a little more pointedly, a little more reliably.
Well, thank you for that.
No, don't mention it. It's all part of the value add. Right? Plus, I get to narrate some of your videos here,
Well,
which
thank
is
you.
fun.
Thank you for that.
Because I
Yeah.
get to talk like this, which is exciting.
Well, good. So you're going to be back again tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and we'll chat again?
If you have me, sure.
Okay, that's fine. So, but before you go,
Yeah.
we do have a little stroll down memory lane with a quick video.
Really?
Of your past. So.
Oh, dear.
I know.
All right.
All right.
I'm not responsible for any of this, folks.
Here we go. Oh, how's it going? Mike Rowe here.
You guys make roads.
Yep.
Truly the infrastructure.
Yep.
Tell me about your business, Mace. What's it called? How long you had it? What do you do?
You could fill a book with all the people who have driven 1,000,000 miles or more on a CAT engine. Money, right?
That is true.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't run out of time.
Thanks for what you do.
Thanks a lot.
Keep doing it.
Man, thanks.
You're welcome.